When the internet first came around, it was simple: emails, forums, and early websites that felt like a digital ghost town. But then everything changed. MySpace, Reddit, YouTube, each platform transformed into a stage. The internet wasn't just a tool anymore, it became a world of its own. Memes spread faster than the news, and 6-second videos could make someone famous overnight. Suddenly millions weren't just watching, they were chasing. Everyone wanted to entertain, to create, to build an audience. Influence became currency, and social media became the new American dream. And in the middle of it all, there was one kid, one of millions, grinding, posting, hoping to break through. But if we're being honest, he was never supposed to make it. There was never a universe where I should have known his name or where you should have known his name. But now, it feels like the only thing I ever hear is
Cenat.
Cenat. Cenat.
Cenat grew up in the Bronx, just a 30-minute train ride from Midtown, but a world away from the skyscrapers and bright lights of Manhattan. It's the birthplace of hip-hop, the home to Yankee Stadium. It's a borough that moves fast, where opportunities aren't just handed out on silver platters. But hey, welcome to the Big Apple. Packed into a small apartment with his 3 siblings and a single mother who worked 4 jobs just to keep food on the table, Kai learned early that nothing came easy. He bounced between schools, and at one point his family ended up in a homeless shelter in Georgia. Now, eventually they found their way back to New York,
knew that.
and every summer Kai would leave the city for a few weeks through a program designed to give underprivileged kids a break from the noise. And that's where he met Kathy, his host parent, who, after nearly a decade of spending summers together, became family.
What? I thought that was
For
his
a while,
aunt.
I felt lost. He wasn't the biggest, not
for a bit today, for sure.
the tallest, not the strongest. He wasn't the kid getting picked first in gym class. In school, that wasn't really his thing either. He was missing something, a purpose, a reason to care, until he found it. At first, it was just a distraction, an escape from real life. But soon, YouTube became an obsession. Roman Atwood, FouseyTube, FaZe Clan. Early 2010s YouTube was a whole new world, a never-ending rabbit hole of entertainment. While other kids were playing sports, Kai was locked in, not just watching these videos, but studying them. Titles, thumbnails, personalities. These weren't just influencers, they were pioneers. They weren't simply building an audience, they were crafting a blueprint for others to follow. And Kai was taking notes. What made a video work?
Sadly, nothing.
What made people
But if you're asking what that guy's on, I have no idea.
laugh, click, stick around? Eventually the urge grew.
Drag out the videos, more content.
Were too loud to ignore. Kai wanted in, so 14 years old, he took his first shot.
I don't want to
uploading his
pause
first
too
ever
much.
Video to Facebook.
Siri, shut up.
And it did exactly what you'd expect. It flopped. Nobody cared. Nobody
I feel, bro.
watched. But that initial failure, that's exactly what makes Kai so dangerous today. You see, social media is a game with no finish line, just an endless sprint where everyone is chasing relevance. Millions are fighting for blue checks, viral moments, and a spot at the top. But the reality is harsh. Trends don't last, and neither do most creators.
I haven't seen Salt Bae in mad long. Hello?
The internet moves fast. One day someone is everywhere, on every feed, every algorithm, every trending page.
I haven't seen Hawk Tour in that long. Hold up.
The internet moves fast. One day someone is everywhere, on every
Don't make me put it in your butt. If y'all are in Discord, answer the fucking question. If not, join the Discord and answer the fucking question.
feed, every algorithm, every trending page. The next, they're just another name in the archives of forgotten influencers. It's not about catching a wave. It's about knowing when to step
Why is Nightbot on dick right now?
off before it crashes. But most don't. They ride the high, move to LA, blow the checks, and before they know it, their time is up. Success in social media isn't about luck. It's about strategy. Think of it like Thanos collecting Infinity Stones. Collect the right pieces, and success becomes inevitable.
I think it's just in my head to never quit. I had the option to quit, but it's like, once I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna get it done.
Kai's first Infinity Stone really came in the form of a weaponized obsession. He spent years shouting into the void, posting to an audience of 0.
I'm sorry, I gotta go to work.
And from that silence, he learned the internet's harshest truth. No one owes you their attention, until you give them a reason to.
Facts.
Dozens of uploads came and went with little to show for it. But instead of quitting, Kai doubled down. He wasn't just trying to go viral, he was running experiments. Every video was a test, and every failure was fuel for the fire.
Bro.
As a chronically online kid, he absorbed everything, quietly building a mental playbook of what worked, what flopped, and why. By the time
He
he
still looks the same, bro. Like, I don't know.
hit high school, the gears
By the time he was in high school, he had 3,000 followers.
began turning. Facebook skits evolved into YouTube videos.
Yes, that is why I am funny.
I remember watching this video, bro.
Making my first YouTube video.
Then came college, and with it, his first big break.
A camera and a dream. Bro. Was that Kai?
A Ding Dong Ditch prank video blew up, catapulting his channel past 30,000 subscribers overnight.
Damn.
That moment wasn't random. It was the exact scenario Kai had been preparing for. Because now he finally had attention, and attention is leverage. So he reached into the playbook, the one he'd been quietly building since middle school, and right there on page 1 was Roman Atwood. The blueprint was nearly identical. Years of silence, then one breakout video, a fake pee prank in the middle of New York City. That single video snowballed into a series, the same setup with different locations, over and over again until it launched Roman's entire career. It wasn't a fluke, it was a formula, and Kai followed it. One prank turned into 2, 2 became 4, each video built on the last, bigger reactions.
I'm trying to start streaming, but I'm kind of scared. You got any tips? Don't be fucking scared, bro. It sucks streaming to 0 viewers, 1 viewer, 2 viewers, 3 viewers. But if you have at least 1, bro, that means at least 1 is watching you, bro. Doesn't matter what the fuck people think at your school. You only have 1 life. Do what you love. And if you just want to do it for fun, just fucking have fun while you do it, bro. Just fucking learn your shit. I mean, that's the most thing I could say right now. I mean, yeah.
Escalating chaos, and the views stacked like dominoes. And just like that, Kai was finally on the board.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for 100,000 subscribers. Honestly, I don't even know what to say. 100,000 is a blessing, literally. I love all you guys at the bottom of my heart. Kai Mafia forever, you feel me? We slowly but surely taking over, you feel me? Thank you so much for 100,000 subscribers.
But the success
And now he's got like almost 10 million, bro. That is insane. Insane.
This came with a catch, because now Kai was standing at a fork in the road. On one side was everything he never dreamed of, an audience, influence, the chance to build something bigger than himself. On the other was college, a degree, stability, the safe route everyone, teachers, friends, and even family expected him to follow. The responsible choice would have been keeping YouTube as a side hustle, graduate, play it safe. Dropping out to chase internet fame wasn't just bold, it was delusional.
I have to drop college, I have to...
You don't have to drop no college.
When I go back, I'm gonna tell them that I have to drop out.
Kai, you're not dropping no college.
I have to drop...
Like, this is why I'm probably, I mean, again, this is my thought right now, but I think I'm set on it. I'm not gonna go to college, bro. Like, sure, I'll do some community college classes online, but I'm not gonna actually do college, you feel me? But hey, if you want to do college in life, there's nothing fucking wrong with that. If anything, that's the responsible way of life. Get a nice degree, make money from that. Watching the stream on 2 devices. Yes, fucking sir, bro. Thank you, bro. Much fucking love, bro. 2 viewers, 2 devices. I love you. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked.
But come on, when has anyone ever done anything great sitting on the bench? So Kai took the leap, dropped out of college to fully commit to YouTube. He embraced experimentation, pushing new formats and fresh ideas. There was no singular blueprint, no restrictive niche tying him down. His videos kept evolving, but the one constant was Kai himself. And ultimately, that's who the
Devontae #1 fan. I don't know if that's another account, but if it's not, thank you, bro. Thank you for joining the Yap Nation fam, bro. Thank you so much for that follow, bro. I really do appreciate that so much, bro. Thank you, bro.
viewers returned for. Not just the pranks, not just the titles, they came back for Kai. In
Appreciate
August
you,
of
bro.
2020, Kai joined a content group called Any Means
Appreciate
Possible,
you, bro.
or AMP for short.
Appreciate
now,
you,
content
bro.
houses have been around for years. From FaZe New York to Team 10 to the Hype House, they all exist for one reason: growth. The formula is simple. Take a bunch of creators, put them all under one roof, and suddenly
One day, and I'm telling you right now, 3 viewers, yup. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna have a content house, bro, with other people that do content. Like, it's just a part of my life that I know I want to achieve, and I will, and I fucking will. One day, it's gonna happen.
you've got a view printing machine. But here's the thing. Most content houses are revolving doors. Someone joins, sparks some hype, gains some followers, and then dips. That's the norm. But AMP isn't normal. Since the group's inception in late 2019,
Yeah,
the
facts.
lineup is
If you really think about it, AMP could like charge for their videos, or they couldn't even be doing this. They already made the bag, but now they're just doing it for the love of the fucking game, bro. Just like all these other motherfuckers, because they're real. They love what they do. Unlike the people who just get that money and dip. Like, who gets the money and dips? Maybe Fearless, but I don't even know. That's the only person I'm thinking right now.
barely changed. The 4 founding members, Agent, Phantom, Davis, and Duke Dennis weren't just collaborators, they were real-life friends.
How
with a
they
shared
wait? How did they get Chris on them?
mindset and a long-term vision.
I just hope you don't become like most streamers who don't care about their viewers and only care about themselves. Me fucking too. Like, I be seeing these streamers. I be seeing Queso get subscriptions every second. Not even followers. Subscriptions every second. He doesn't even read them off. It's insane. He reads off 1 every 30, bro. It's actually crazy to me. And I hope one day I can truly still be grateful. You know, still my mindset not changed from today. That's what the goal is. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me?
For the brand. This wasn't some clout-fueled experiment, it was something they actually believed in. And because of that, they were incredibly protective of the group dynamic. They didn't want to just let anyone in, no matter how big the name was. They had already turned down plenty of well-known creators. People like Your Age, Gideon, and Flight had all been passed on, not because they weren't talented, but because the chemistry wasn't.
Wait, they asked to be in the AMP house? Brody, I'm getting a PC soon. Once I have my PC, I'm locking in and actually making the most fire ideas for you. I'm gonna be able to see all the Steam games and shit. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? I appreciate that, but what do you mean by that? My bad.
There, one wrong.
Like, I'm getting a PC soon, I can make more suggestions. Oh, appreciate that, bro. Speaking of suggestions, if you haven't already answered the Discord, you know what to do.
Move, one offbeat personality, and the whole thing could fall apart before it even started. So when they invited Kai to join in 2020, it wasn't just another group decision, it was a moment. He didn't have the biggest platform, he wasn't pulling the most views, but what stood out was the way he worked, the way he fit. There was something undeniable.
Wait, pause. AMP didn't... I thought Kai was like one of the founders, no? What the fudge? Wiped all my progress on schedule and now I have to restart. That's terrible, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that, bro. Damn. Don't worry, I'm basically in the same boat.
About his energy, and they recognized it instantly. Joining AMP gave Kai something he hadn't had before. A team, a stage, a spotlight.
What? Go back!
AMP gave Kai something he hadn't had before. A team, a stage.
Sneeko? Sneeko's with AMP? What the fuck? I didn't even... What?
A spotlight. But there was still one thing missing. Streaming. During COVID, a new generation of creators redefined what streaming could be. What started as a gaming-centric world began morphing
I'm not XQC.
into something bigger. Suddenly, the internet's biggest
Okay, go back. I know I'm pausing a lot, but...
could be. What started as a gaming-centric world began morphing into something bigger. Suddenly,
This girl, I think her name is Emma Chamberlain. All she did, and I studied her. I studied, bro. All she did was post vlogs about her life and edit the videos to a comedic way, and now she's like one of the biggest. She doesn't even need to make videos anymore. She has like it's insane. It's insane, and she grinded. She put in that work. I'm just saying. I honestly look up to her. I'm not gonna lie.
the internet's biggest stars weren't vloggers or YouTubers, they were streamers. And Kai, he was riding that wave before most people even saw it coming.
I will now be streaming on Twitch!
His very first Twitch stream was an immediate hit. Over 1,000 people tuned in live. For a debut stream, that's unheard of.
That is unheard of. What?
If you're not familiar with how streaming works, that number isn't just good, it's absurd. From reaction content to gameplay, it was instantly clear. Streaming unlocked something in Kai that no other platform had.
Like, you could say it's luck, but like, maybe he just had a big audience, like, because he already had 100K, right? I think. Play with the contrast of the camera, because the colors are so bright on your face. I don't want to do all that, but I appreciate the support. I appreciate the recommendation. I should. We could try right now. Because it's a pretty white screen right now. Contrast. Why can't I edit my... I can't edit my white balance. Oh, there we go. Wait, am I tweaking? No, you're not tweaking. Not at all. Is that good or is that... Can't even tell. What is gamma? Ooh, that fixed it. Ooh, oh, okay. Okay. Is that better? Phaser AMP? That's a good question. That's a great question. I'm gonna have to go right now, phase. But simply because I've known phase for longer, but It's honestly equal, simply because I know in the summer they're gonna do like crazy collabs. So they're honestly equal, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's crazy how FaZe came up so fast too. Like, absolutely insane. I think I fuck with this. White balance. Alright, that should be good, I guess. I feel like that, I mean, I don't know what else I could do to make it. How many monitors do you have? Because I saw someone that said I need 2 monitors to stream. You don't need 2, but it would be extremely helpful. But you don't need to. It would be extremely helpful because you can just use your phone for chat if you don't have 1 monitor. I'll start somewhere, you know. Plus, you can get a good one at like the thrift store. You know, it doesn't need to be that like good at all. Yeah, facts. Factual statement, guys. Alright, I think that should be good. Appreciate you for letting me know again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That song stuck in my head. Alright, back to it.
He wasn't just entertaining, he was electric, and the internet noticed. By July 2021, the entire AMP crew had moved in together. Their streams exploded. By the end of that same month, Kai was averaging over 17,000 live viewers per stream. But that was just the beginning. From there, he pushed the envelope. The ideas got bigger, louder, and more unhinged. One day, he was hosting a Riz Academy. The next, he turned the AMP house into a petting zoo.
Yo, fan up! There's a f***ing zebra!
He 1v1'd a WNBA player, opened a daycare, and even rolled out collabs with some of the biggest names on the internet. Kai wasn't just going viral, he was becoming culture. He hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and a few months later, 1 million followers on Twitch. And then Kai did something different. He flipped the promo circuit on its head. Traditionally, artists do press runs, sit-down interviews, promo tours. Kai flipped that. No scripts, no publicists, just a chaotic, hilarious live stream and a guaranteed viral clip.
Oh my god!
From Bobby Shmurda to 21 Savage, everyone started pulling up. And when they did, it didn't feel like content.
Like,
it just...
the more collabs he got, just the more exposure. It's crazy to think about. He's smart, but at the same time, his first stream was 1,000 viewers. Think about that. Think about that. I don't know how many subscribers he had at the time. Honestly, I'm really curious. I'm sorry for pausing, but we gotta check that out. How many subscribers? Console or PC? What do you mean? Am I on console or PC? Or which is better? Console is more nostalgic, but PC is definitely better. Depends what PC you have as well. How many subscribers did Kai have on YouTube when he was averaging 1,000 viewers? Kai Cenat. Yeah, I knew it! I literally knew it, right? According to Social Blade, Kai Cenat's channel was created on December 26, 2012. By 2014, he had reached... No way. No way that's real, right? Given that he started significant attention gaining in the early 2010s, it's possible he averaged around... Therefore... What are the... No way. Whoa. What am I on right now? Holy fuck. What am I looking at? Chat. This is crazy. Daily average. I'm lost. So I was technically right, chat. That's crazy to think about. But, you know, we're on that grind, man. We're not going to give up, man.
It felt like them hanging out, because Kai didn't put anyone on a pedestal. He treated everyone the same, and the result? Streaming's most unexpected talk show.
They like breaking your house.
Oh my god, I remember this.
When they break in your house? Wait, have you broken into the house before? What was your thoughts on that when that happened?
I had that.
Hey, watch what you say.
Nah, dog. NLE did. I don't know. You can just tell he didn't fuck with his girl. Maybe I'm just tweaking, but you could just tell. I don't know though.
Millions of views, countless internet-breaking moments, and a
80,000 subscribers on Twitch. Holy shit.
Streamer of the Year award later, Cenat had claimed the throne of streaming. But what he did next put the entire internet on
Can
notice.
I stream without a face cam or should I get one first? You could. It doesn't matter. No excuses. You know, if you don't got. If you don't got one, holy shit. If you don't have a face cam, and you still want to stream, do it. But once you do stream over time, if you want, you can get a face cam. You know, it really does depend. It would be more interactive if you did have a face cam, but you don't need to have one at all.
In February 2023, he embarked on a marathon that would redefine what it meant to go all in.
Dude, this was 2 years ago. Holy fuck. 10 million views? Holy shit.
For 30 days straight, Kai streamed 24 hours a day in an event he called the Mafia thon. This wasn't just a stream, it was a spectacle, a relentless non-stop showcase of endurance, charisma, and sheer willpower. The Mafia-thon wasn't just about gaming or reacting, it was a cultural moment. Traditional celebrities and top influencers flocked to his stream, turning it into a collision of internet culture and mainstream fame. From viral challenges to late-night chaos, every hour brought something new, something unpredictable.
This was a
and then
W
just
era.
Days before the final stream,
This was a
Kai did the
W era.
impossible. A new all-time record on Twitch,
300.
106,000 active subscribers and counting. It cemented his name in the Internet Hall of Fame and fueled a trajectory that was only going one way. Up. But there's a pattern we've seen time and time again in the world of social media. The unstoppable force, hurtling towards greatness, collides with the immovable object, reality. For creators chasing the throne, the stakes only get higher, the risks more extreme, and sometimes the fall is inevitable.
We begin with that tense scene here in New York City. Thousands of young people converging on Manhattan's Union Square Park.
We've just learned over the past
All for AMP, bro. Think about that.
half hour that 65 people have been arrested, 30 of them juveniles.
He's got 20 million followers on social media, and after an ill-conceived stunt in New York's Union Square, he also has an arrest record.
What started as a simple fan meetup spiraled into chaos.
What are you doing?
If you refuse to leave, you will be arrested for unlawful assembly.
Thousands flooded the park, crowds surged, people got hurt, arrests were made. And just like that, a feel-good moment turned into a national headline.
It's got an update from the NYPD, and here's what we know tonight. According to police, Cenat will be charged with multiple counts.
The influencer is charged. He's going to be charged with at least 2 counts of inciting a riot, unlawful assembly.
Yeah, but that wasn't. I mean, he didn't even. Was that his fault? I think it just got out of hand, right? Like you could say, you know what I mean? Like Travis Scott's. I mean, rip to those people, but you know, it just got out of hand.
And a few other charges.
For the first time, we saw Cenat through a different lens. This wasn't a world-shattering moment. At its core, it was a meetup gone wrong. A well-intentioned idea that spiraled out of control. Kai's ignorance, however unintentional, had ripple effects far beyond what he'd ever imagined.
None of that was my intention. I had good intentions for this whole thing, but after Friday, bro, I've come to realize the amount of not only power, but influence that I have on people.
For the first time in a long time, Kai had to stop and think. Not about numbers, not about content, but about impact. About the legacy he wanted to leave behind.
I'm beyond disappointed in the things that went on Friday. I've also asked myself, I said, yo, next time you want to do any of these things like this, you need to hit up the right people, make the right calls, and do it the correct way, because as a whole, bro, we all have to do it. We all have to do better.
This wasn't the end of his story. It was a recalibration, a chance to realign his goals, to refocus on what truly matters. That meant more than just breaking records. It meant building something that lasted. The road ahead wasn't about avoiding mistakes. It was about learning from them. And for Kai, that lesson would shape everything that came next. 2024 was a new year with new goals, one that really elevated the gaming side of streaming. See, your typical gaming stream looks like this, a guy in a chair playing the same games on loop. The concepts are redundant, designed to be repeated. Their sets go as far as blank walls and neon signs if we're lucky. And then on May 8th, 2024, Kai flipped the entire formula on its head. He dropped a 2-minute trailer, not a clip, not a teaser, a full-blown cinematic trailer announcing his next challenge, a non-stop marathon that wouldn't end until he beat Elden Ring. It was scripted, scored, and shot like an actual film, complete with lighting setups, camera crews, stunt coordination, and VFX. Over 45 people worked on this trailer alone. For context, Paranormal Activity, a movie that grossed nearly $200 million worldwide,
I remember
that was
this,
made with a
that
crew
show.
of 44. I mean, it may be only by one, but Kai had put together a bigger team just for this announcement, and the stream itself was just as insane.
And now, it is time for Elden Ring.
His bedroom was transformed into a high fantasy world with custom-built sets, detailed props, and outfits straight out of the game. He didn't just play the character, he became them. It was immersive, theatrical, and way ahead of anything the platform had seen. This wasn't a gimmick, it was a shift, a new gold standard. From Elden Ring DLCs to Bloodborne, Sekiro, and Batman Arkham, Kai continued to inject movie-level production into gaming streams, elevating the gameplay, elevating the promo, elevating the platform.
Bro, we actually in an underground bunker right now. This is underground, chat. Like, no cap.
At one point, he even teamed up with Mr. Beast to pull off a mind-bending prank. They built a one-to-one replica of Kai's room, filled it with fireworks, and rigged it to go off mid-stream, convincing viewers that it was happening live. Now, it didn't take long for people to catch on, but that didn't matter, because Kai was redefining what streaming could be.
So, like, when's your next subathon?
I don't know, wait, okay, so here's the thing, right? I really want somebody to break my record, bro.
So you could break their record.
Yes.
On November 1st, 2024, Cenat kicked off the month-long Mafia-thon 2, and from the very first minute, it was clear. This wasn't just another stream, it was a spectacle unlike anything Twitch had seen before.
This is Snoop Dogg, chat. Look how he rolled with me. You gotta.
I can't hear you, Kai.
I can't hear you. Trio is back! Oh my! What's up? You're fired. I want you to get off the wall.
Set inside a $55 million mansion spanning over 30,000 square feet, Kai transformed his life into a living broadcast. With more than 67 cameras capturing every single angle and 5-man production teams working in rotating shifts, not a single second went unseen. Whether he was eating, sleeping, or showering, Kai lived on stream, unfiltered, unscripted, and completely open to the world.
Every second of the day, they're watching me.
Kai, what are you talking about? How do you do that?
I literally just do it.
But what truly set Mafia-thon 2 apart was the scale. It wasn't just a live stream, it was a cultural event. Every day brought a new wave of anticipation, as fans tuned in to see who would step into Kai's world next. Miranda Cosgrove, Snoop Dogg, Kevin Hart, Lil Dicky, SZA, Bill Nye, and Nardwuar. The guest list read like a fever dream, and it only kept growing. From massive giveaways to AI robots that cost over $25,000 each, every month.
This motherfucker, like everyone says that he changed the way of streaming. He made it into almost like a movie, you're watching a movie almost every stream. It's crazy. It just gives a whole nother playing field of what you could do with streaming. And it's just like, it raised the bar. 100%. Crazy.
Moment was meticulously planned. Nothing was left to chance. No cost was spared. This wasn't just content. It was a masterclass in creating a moment the internet would never forget.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's about that time. It's officially November 1st. It just hit 12 o'clock on the dot. I'm gonna schedule this video so that in a month this drops.
I watched this. I remember
Here's my
watching
message
this.
to myself. I hope you're proud of where you're at. If you broke the record, congratulations.
I want to thank Phantom. I want to thank Duke. I want to thank Davis. I want to thank Agent. I want to thank Chris for never giving up on what they love to do. It always treated me the same from day one.
KC3000, Mr. Cenat 1000 himself, you know what I'm saying, for breaking the Twitch record and becoming the greatest streamer of all time. My dog is the greatest, you know what I'm saying. There has never been one like him. And to be honest, if we being honest with ourselves, there probably won't be another Cenat.
Kai is not gonna get the love he deserves until he retires, bro. So many people try and like speak negatively about him because he's #1 right now. It's one of these moments where it's like, I used to be a LeBron hater as a kid, bro, because my brother's favorite player was LeBron. I was a Kobe guy. But when I grew up, I learned, like, why not just appreciate greatness? It don't matter what form it comes in. Why not just appreciate greatness?
We all from the Bronx. People that's from here know the chances of you making it out, bro, is slim to none. This is not supposed to happen. We went against the grain. We went against the norm. We from the Bronx. It's not supposed to happen. Like real shit, bro. 700-something thousand Twitch subscribers. Didn't just break the record. Doubled it. He ran a lap on his own record.
Phantom just takes me. He proud of me. That's all I wanted. Phantom, I appreciate you, bro.
Dude.
From where we come from.
I'm watching this right now. I'm just imagining crying, like myself crying, from breaking whatever goals that I have for myself. Like, it just must be the most beautiful, euphoric feeling, especially when you work so fucking hard. Crazy.
It's not supposed to happen, gang.
You did that shit, gang. You feel me? If you're watching this, this is the time you mentally need to be resetting. Enjoy, you know, it's December, your birthday coming up. Enjoy it. Take your time, go at your pace. I want you to know that I'm proud of you. And I'm ready.
Insane. Absolutely insane. The most inspiring person of, I don't know how to explain, maybe this generation. It's crazy. Crazy. Wow. Just fucking wow. Like, oh my god, you can literally feel the hate because of how much he's posting, of how big he is, and how he's bringing up his brothers and his friends. But like, at the end of the day, bro, he's doing what any one of us would do if we were in that position. Like, he's actually changed. He's